NEC meeting on sanctity in PDP over Ayu Jibrin with a rider, BOT to speak on purported resignation. APC, INEC set for collision over Yobe, Akwa Ibom senatorial tickets. Ruling party disowns Machina, Ekpodom, says Lawal. Akpabio are valid candidates. 2023, no eligible Nigerian will be left out of polls, says Yakubu. Court nullifies Babayemi's expulsion from PDP. Kwankwaso taxed politicians on rules ahead of 2023. ADP suspends FCT chairman, 15 others appoint new BOT chairman. I am confident Adamu will work for my victory, says Tinubu, while deported Kaduna train hostages negotiator is in our custody, says DSS. Police special constabularies protest 18 months unpaid salaries in Osun. Amotekun nabbed 3 suspects over abduction of travelers in Ondo. And moving on to the sports scene, Brighton supporter to Old Chelsea talks after Tuchel sack. Still on sports, Joshua accepts Fury challenge. These and more story will be brought to your hearing in a moment.
Kuku ayé. Admission for the year 2022-2023 academic session of Joseph Ayo Babalola Conversion Center at Oscotec SLK is in progress. Applications are invited from suitably qualified candidates into Joseph Ayo Babalola University Jabu Ikejara KG Top-Up Conversion Program at Osun State College of Technology SLK Tutorial Center for the 2022-2023 academic session in BSc Accounting, Business Administration, Biochemistry, Building Technology, and Computer Science. Others include BSc Estate Management, Industrial Chemistry, Microbiology, and BSc Urban and Regional Planning. Interested applicants should obtain admission form at any branch of Oscotec Microfinance Bank in SLK, Ilesha, and Oshogo with a sum of 5,000 naira only, and submit same to the Directorate of Media and Partnership, Oscotec SLK, immediately for admission letters processing. Please note that lectures for the 2022-2023 academic session commence at Oscotec SLK Tutorial Center by Monday, 3rd October, year 2022. For more information, contact the registrar on 0803 481 9035 and Director, Media and Partnership on 080-474-0816. Thank you. Announcer S. Okukola, Registrar.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, ọpẹ́ olórí àdáàdá tán lọ́wọ́ àjọ OIS, àjọ tá a ṣàgbékalẹ̀ rẹ̀ láti máa rí sí ìwà lálàáfíà ọmọ ènìyàn. Adúpẹ́, OIS ti digi àlọ́yè nípínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun. Àwọn ènìyàn tí wọ́n ń jàǹfààní rẹ̀ wọn ò lè fi ṣeré rárá. Ìgbà tẹ́mi náà forúkọ sílẹ̀ ni mo wá rí wípé àǹfààní OIS pọ̀ jaburata. Nítorí díẹ̀ yìí, mo wá ń rọ gbogbo ẹ̀yin ènìyàn ìlú láti lọ forúkọ sílẹ̀ pẹ̀lú àjọ OIS nípínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun.
Àjọ OIS gbogbo ìgbà làwọn ènìyàn ń kan sára sí yín kí ètò ìlera pípé kó lè kárí ilé kó kárí oko tó fi dẹ́sẹ̀ kòkó.
Good morning and welcome to another edition of Headlines Today. 8th of September 2022. My name is Ulishola Egbodofo, and with me in the house is
Olubumi Ajiboye Agbola.
The All Progressives Congress APC National Working Committee has ditched the winner of Yobe North Senatorial District ticket, Bashir Sharif Mashina, and his counterpart in Akwa Ibom North West Central District, DIG Udom Hudo Ekbodom, retired. Speaking in an interview with Headlines on Tuesday, National Publicity Secretary of the ruling party, Felix Smoker, said the duo of Senate President Ahmad Lawan and the immediate past Minister of Niger Delta Affairs, Honorable Godswill Akpabio, remained candidates of the party in Yobe North and Akwa Ibom Northwest, respectively. The position of the APC contradicted the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC), claimed that the Senate President and former Minister of Niger Delta Affairs did not contest the valid primaries and could not have emerged candidates in their senatorial districts. Both Lawan and Akpabio were presidential aspirants at the last June APC convention, where Senator Bola Tinubu emerged as standard bearer.
There is pervasive suspense in the People's Democratic Party as its leaders converge in Abuja today to find a lasting solution to the crisis of confidence among them over the fate of the national chairman, Senator Yocha Ayu. The meeting of the National Executive Committee is taking place against the backdrop of course by Governor Nyesom Wike and his allies that Ayu should step aside as part of a compromise to resolve the lingering face-off. The Third Republic President of the Senate has since advised those demanding that he resigns to perish the thoughts, stressing that he has a 4-year mandate in office, but there were claims that the chairman of the Board of Trustees of PDP, Senator Walid Jibrin, may resign from his position ostensibly to address the imbalance in power sharing between the North and the South over key positions in the party. Two members of the board who spoke to one of the reporters said that they were not aware of such planned resignation by Jibrin.
The Independent National Electoral Commission has begun recruitment of ad hoc staff for the 2023 general election. In a statement released on Wednesday on the Commission official Facebook page, the electoral umpire urged interested and eligible persons to visit its designated portal. And to this end, the portal will be open to eligible applicants for registration of 4 categories of ad hoc staff: SPO/PO/APO/RATEX/RAC managers, except the coalition officers. The electoral body also said campaigns will officially commence on September 28.
Meanwhile, Professor Mahmoud Yakubu, chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, says no eligible Nigerian will be left out in the electoral processes leading to the 2023 general election. Yakubu said this at the presentation of the 2022 revised framework and regulations for internally displaced persons voting ahead of 2023 poll in Abuja. According to reports, Yakubu said that ahead of the 2015 general election, INEC introduced the idea of voting by IDPs, which was revised and validated in 2018 for the 2019 general election. Yakubu urged stakeholders to contribute to the discussion of the validation meeting to enrich the framework as well as the regulation for voting by IDPs, saying INEC looked forward to a robust collaboration with stakeholders for voter education and sensitization for the IDPs.
Presidential candidates of the All Progressives Congress, Senator Bola Tinubu, visited the National Secretariat of the party for a meeting with the party's national chairman, Senator Abdullahi Adamu, and members of his National Working Committee. Tinubu had a closed-door section with the party national chairman before an enlarged meeting with other members of the APC NWC. Speaking before the enlarged gathering of NWC and certain members of his entourage dissolved into a closed-door meeting, Tinubu dismissed media report of a cold war with the APC national chairman over composition of the Presidential Campaign Council. The APC presidential candidate, who said he was willing to surrender to input from Adamu into his campaign team, stated that he was confident that the APC national chairman would do nothing to undermine his victory in next February general election.
An Osun State High Court sitting in Osogbo on Tuesday nullified the expulsion of Dotun Babayemi from the People's Democratic Party in the state. Besides, the court warned the party and its agents against taking actions contrary to the order till the substantive suit is determined. Some members of the PDP, led by one Bukayo Ogunlaye from Otun Balogun Ward 2 in Gbogan, Babayemi's hometown, had announced his expulsion from the party. In a counter move on Monday, the Ward Executive Committee, while addressing the press through Monuruddin Adekunle, nullified the purported expulsion and at that same time announced the suspension of those behind the action. However, on Tuesday, the State High Court, presided over by Justice Jide Falola, ruled against the PDP from expelling Babayemi from the party, pending the determination of substantive suit.
Presidential candidates of the new Nigerian People's Party, Rabiu Kwankwaso, has tasked Nigerian politicians to play politics by the rules ahead of 2023 poll. Kwankwaso said this at the inauguration of the NPP Adamawa Secretariat in Yola. Headlines revealed that reported that he noted that politicians must play politics with decency and maturity if they wanted to achieve results. He advised politicians against inciting comments, urging them to base their campaigns on issues rather than hate speeches. Kwankwaso said that his visit was not campaign, as electioneering campaign was not yet to commence. The ceremony was attended by the governorship and other candidates of the party, among others.
5 days after the suspension of his presidential candidate Dumirika Chukwu from the Action Democratic Party, the party National Working Committee has again suspended its chairman at the Federal Capital Territory, Clement Egiato, and 15 other chairmen at state chapters. It also announced Dr. Mani Ibrahim Ahmed, the 2015 presidential candidate and 2023 presidential aspirant of the ADP, as the new board of trustees chairman of the party. These were part of the resolutions reached at the emergency meeting of the ADP NWC meeting held in Abuja. A communique signed by Chief Raf Oke Nwosu and Alhaji Saeed Baba Abdullahi, National Chairman and National Secretary respectively, also asked Alhaji Ibrahim Manzo, former National Vice Chairman, northeast of the party. The communique further revealed that the affected state chairmen were suspended for anti-party activities aimed at creating disaffection in the opposition party.
The Director General of the Department of State Services, Alhaji Yusuf Magaji Bichi, has exposed new methods being used by terrorists to finance their nefarious activities in the country, just as he vowed that the nation's security forces were battle ready to run the criminal element out of business. Bichi disclosed this at the closing ceremony of a 2-day workshop in terrorism financing risk, designed for law enforcement agencies and judicial officers by the service in Abuja. He listed the new sources of funds to include smuggling, armed robbery, cattle rustling, donations to non-governmental organizations, kidnapping, gold mining, among others. He said they smuggle instead of formal transactions. They buy goods from one country and sell in another. They engage in bank robberies. He however said that the current zeal in the fight against terrorism and blocking terrorist financing efforts of the current security challenge will soon be a thing of the past. Bichi emphasized that there must be a synergy among security agencies and other stakeholders in the fight against terrorism, pointing out that intelligence is also important in the fight against terrorism.
Youth recruited as special constabularies into the Nigeria police force to boost security in local government areas of Osun State on Wednesday trooped to the streets of Osogbo, the state capital, to protest non-payment of their 18-month salaries. The protesters, who converged on the popular Olaiya Junction as early as 9 o'clock in the morning, bemoaned their plight, saying it amounted to injustice on the part of relevant authorities in failing to pay their salaries for 18 months. Armed with placards with inscriptions that read, "We are tired of not being paid our outstanding salaries which ought to have been paid in the past months. Pay our salary now. Okada riders are allegedly sleeping with our wives. Pay us our 18-month salary." 18 months without kobo, among others. They demanded immediate payment of their outstanding salaries.
Experts say that women residing in areas with high exposure to oil pollution in the Niger Delta are more prone to premature rupture of membranes and severe vaginal bleeding after childbirth, as compared to women residing in areas with low exposure, making pollution prevention pivotal to achieving maternal death reduction in the region. In a new study, researchers found that women in high exposure areas of the Niger Delta had a higher incidence of premature rupture of membrane, cesarean section, and severe vaginal bleeding after childbirth compared to women in areas with low exposure to oil pollution. A premature rupture of the membrane occurs when there is a rupture of the amniotic sac before labor begins. In addition, women in high exposure areas were about 2 times at risk of prone and severe vaginal bleeding after childbirth compared to women in low exposure areas. Also, pregnancy included hypertension and cesarean section and no association with maternal exposure areas status to oil pollution.
Damiko College of Arts and Science and Damiko Montessori International School, Cali. Oh yes, at Damiko College of Arts and Science and Damiko Montessori International School, located at number 1 Old Ibadan Road, Ajebandele, Ile-Ife. We have a standard classrooms with unmatched staff and pupil ratio. We develop each student's intelligence through caring and all-round focused training while making the learning style very inviting and innovative for holistic development. We run a global school with all-inclusive curriculum that prepare the students for global relevance. At Damiko Schools, we have highly passionate and motivated 21st century educators, and there is also an opportunity of learning foreign languages. Home away from home boarding system. There is also Hope Model College and Damiko Montessori Nursery and Primary Schools at Urigo Ife North. Enroll your child for both primary and secondary education. The admission form can be obtained at Damiko Montessori International School, number 1 Old Ibadan Road, Ajebandele, Ile-Ife, or Damiko Educational Institute, Kilometer 2, Edia Road, Ile-Ife. You can visit our website www.damikoschools.ng.com or call 0803 721 8120. Damiko Schools. Admission is in progress.
This is to inform the general public, especially those who intend to purchase the post-UTME screening application form for the National Diploma Program (ND) of the Osun State Polytechnic Ire for the 2022-2023 academic session, that the form is now available for sale at a sum of 2,000 naira only. Applicants are to log into ospoly.edu.ng and purchase the form with ATM of any bank. Interested applicants are expected to possess credit passes in English language, mathematics, and any other 3 subjects relevant to the proposed course of study in not more than 2 sittings. There would be oral screening later. For more information, log on to www.ospoly.edu.ng or call 0803 4007 555 090 550 63355 and 070 5960 6371. Announcer BM Salawu, Esquire Registrar.
And on your view segment this morning, we are taking a look at a statement credited to DSS boss, which says our terrorists are financing nefarious activities. Says security forces are battle ready to run corporate sponsored out of business. What is your take on this? And the number to dial is 0818 777 5777. Once again, 0818 777 5777. A statement credited to DSS boss, which says our terrorists are financing nefarious activities of bandits. Says security forces battle ready to run corporate sponsors out of business.
The federal government has promised to sanction international airlines who it said are refusing to sell tickets in Naira. Minister of Aviation Edi Sirika gave the position while fielding questions at the end of the Federal Executive Council meeting held at the Presidential Villa, Abuja on Wednesday.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
My comment this morning is that, first of all, I really support the statement by the cases. The only thing you can do like that, first of all the security apparatus, they are going to cooperate with each other. Either Air Force, Army, Police, and another one. Furthermore, to do that, with the population, but do that necessary information so that they can pass forward their data and finish the work on some for.
Thank you for your comments. President Muhammadu Buhari on Wednesday hosted his immediate predecessor in office, Dr. Goodluck Jonathan, from whom he received updates on the face-off between Mali and Côte d'Ivoire over detained Ivorian soldiers. Speaking at the occasion, the president expressed Nigeria's commitment to promoting peace and harmony among the economic community of West African countries. Dr. Jonathan is ECOWAS Special Envoy on the situation in Mali. A statement issued by Femi Adesina Special Advisor to the President, Media and Publicity disclosed that about 49 Ivorian soldiers have been detained in Mali for unlawful entry, and only the 3 females in the team have been released, leaving 46.
While in sport, Joshua has accepted Tyson Fury's offer for their blockbuster British showdown. Joshua was on the surprising end of a call out from Fury, who is not willing to wait around for Alexander Usyk to return next year. AJ was offered a 40% split of what would be a record-breaking UK purse. A date in early November was initially put on the table, but Joshua can only return by December at the earliest.
President of Nigerian Football Federation and FIFA Council member Mr. Maju Pinnick has charged frontline candidates for this month's NFF presidential election to conduct rancor-free exemplary electioneering, even as they seek the highest football administration seat in the land. On Wednesday, Pinnick, when met with current NFF First Vice President Barrister Sheyi Akinwumi, current Second Vice President LMC Chairman Malam Shehu Diko, and current Chairman of Chairman Alhaji Ibrahim Musa Goso, who have all obtained forms to contest for the highest seat in Nigerian football at the NFF elective General Assembly scheduled for Benin City on 30th September.
This should be our last call. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Dada.
Good morning, sir.
Alhaji Mufita Wadiliki from Okinabe. You see, the security situation in Nigeria is still hectic, and
with that, we have come to the end of today's edition of Headlines. Join our colleagues tomorrow for another scintillating package. My name is Ulushola Egbodofo.
I'm Olubumi Ajiboye Agbola.
And the producer for this program is Motunrayo Ayegbayo. The production advisor is Abimbola Babatunde. We say
good morning.